see right now we're in the core of the Abyss. This is one of the higher level fortresses that you can take over. And these fortresses now with the 1.5 update have all added instances within them. So once you capture them, you'll have access to these instances. So it's another advantage of owning castles above and beyond the items and the tax rates and the overall power in the Abyss. So I'm going to show you a cutscene for 1.5 that kind of introduces a new instance that we've added.
I don't have to tell you. The destructive power of the Dredgian is enormous.
You'll notice right away that it says prepare for battle. So we actually have a countdown up here in the corner. And this countdown is saying you have 2 minutes to prepare yourselves before these gates will unleash and you can actually enter the instance. And so we actually, it's going to be a competitive instance. This is what we call a PvPvE instance. So I'm going to bring up the map here. It's still in Korean, so bear with me here. Right here is the Elios, and right here is the the Asmodian. And you'll notice that they have equal starting points and there's an equal end point. And so the goal is to get to the end boss, and you can do that pretty much by any means necessary. All of these areas are occupied by the Balar, and with the Balar, you kind of have a choice. Like, do you want to maybe send some people to disrupt the other team, or do you want to just kind of plow your way forward in more of an all PvE approach to get to the end? So every battle is going to be a little different. One thing that you might want to prepare yourself before you go into these instances is kind of what we call the stigma system, and this is our deck of skills. So you'll be in a city and you'll be able to change these out at will. You will have a fee for Stigma Shard, which are kind of dropped throughout the Abyss in certain quests. And if you notice right here, from last time we've added 3 more. So this has been kind of one of the things that our community and players have really wanted as a way to differentiate your class from other people within your class. And this finally gives the player the ability to do that. So for instance, right now I've chosen to have these 2, 3, 4, 5 basic ones, but I've decided to go up this kind of tree within the Stigma system to end on this Arrow of Fury here. So this right here in the middle is actually what you'll attack to take over an area. You'll have to fight off all these monsters while you're doing it. You'll actually do 1 damage at a time, so it takes a decent amount of time to actually destroy that artifact. And what we've done in the 1.5 update is added another instance, which puts us over 20 instances total in the game. This is a higher level player in-game instance. And so you can see here the kind of destructive nature of the Balar. These are actually a trio of boss monsters. There's magic, poison, and power. And you'll have to take down these different property controllers in order to defeat it. You'll also notice that we have a point system in this instance as well. And so this is just a 6-man instance with your particular race. But the score will actually affect the outcome of your ending counter. So the final boss, the big baddie at the end, will vary based off of how many points you earned throughout the zone. So I'm going to take you to a mini boss encounter in here, just to kind of show you a few of the boss mechanics. Another instance, there's a boss mechanic that actually has, it drops bombs from the ceiling, and if you don't destroy the bombs, then you'll end up having your area be consumed by fire, so you need to make sure that you... Oh, Lord. He's transformed me. Alright. So let me go in and knock this wall down. As you can see, I'm critical hitting for more than any of you players will ever dream of. So I'm going to attack this guy here. So this guy he's going to activate here, and he's going to hit me with an area effect stun, and then grab me and kind of throw me around. And that damage would come close to killing most players. So you're going to have to develop different strategies based off of every boss encounter. So I actually got a diamond ring of telepathy controller. So these boss monsters actually all drop pieces of sets as the rare drop. And set armor is actually new to 1.5 as well. And as you add different pieces of the set, you'll notice that you get more effects. So for instance, here you add 3, you get 315 hit points. You add 5, you get 42 to your physical crit. And so this particular set isn't the one that's dropped in this instance. This is actually a class armor set. This one's for the ranger. And there'll be different quests that they can go through at level 50 to get this armor. We actually added another tier of gear as well, and it's called Eternal. So that puts us from common to superior, to heroic, which is blue, to fabled, which is this yellow armor, to eternal, so it's the Tahabata's dagger. So you'll notice that it actually has 5 mana stone sockets, so you can really jack this thing up with different statistics. And those will obviously be quite rare. For the most part, that covers our 1.5 kind of debut here at Gamescom in Cologne. And Otherwise, it would just be it. Thank you.